So hi, I decided I'm gonna do like a kind of like a long weekend reading vlog. You guys could be a little higher, hold on. I'm gonna talk about that book. That's a little better. Okay. So as I said, long weekend reading vlog. It's technically, hopefully, maybe. I'm not making any promises, but also like it's time. Myself, I need to do this. Need to read Elantris by Brianna Sanderson. I've started this before. I've even gotten like over 100 pages into it before. But I just don't know why this is just not something that hooks my attention. I don't know if just like I don't know, I was enjoying it. Like it's not a bad book by any means. But it is Sanderson's first, and I do think that shows. Even though this is like the 10th anniversary expanded edition. So I'm gonna try to read this. I'm gonna start from the beginning again. Because if you don't know, if you're not in the cosmere realm, or if you haven't been watching our channel, I assume if you have been watching our channel, you're aware by now or know us. Rhythm of War comes out in November, and so Bri has officially started her reread of Way of Kings, Where the Radiance, and Oathbringer. And I would also like to start my reread. However, before that, I want to try and finally read this, because like, there are Elantrians in the world. They do exist. This is like cosmere relevant. So I need to read this. Yeah, I'm gonna try and read this over the next. I'm gonna give myself the long weekend. That's what I've decided. It's 600 pages, 4 days. It's already 3 p.m. on Thursday, so less time than expected. Although I didn't wait. I dozed for most of the morning because I was just groggy as hell. So anyway, I'm gonna start at the beginning, hoping to get to about where I am now, I guess. Although I'd like to end on chapters, but we'll see. I might end up, I also have this on audio, I think Scribd has it on audio, or maybe my library does. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I can get this on audio, and then I also have the graphic audio of it. So if reading the words fails, I'm gonna just try and power through audio wise. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat something because I just got groceries delivered, and then hopefully I'm gonna try and read. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna probably mostly make this an Elantris vlog because I've never read it before, and it's a cosmere, and our channel is literally called Books Before Death. But hello, this is Editing Casey to tell you that this is just an Elantris reading vlog now, because I actually talked about this book a lot, and I didn't really read anything else for these 2 days, so enjoy. And there is a point where I tell you to cut off if you don't want to be spoiled. This very, very long vlog. Hi, it is now 6 p.m. but I finally sat down to read something, and I'm now 50 pages into Elantris. I did realize as I went to film this clip that I didn't actually explain to you what this book is about for those non-cosmere people, which I'm sure there are quite a few of you out there. But if you know you're interested, I definitely recommend diving into Sanderson's work. It's very good. It is high fantasy, so if that's not your thing, probably also not going to be your thing, but still highly recommend it. So Elantris is Sanderson's first novel. I think I mentioned that earlier, and it takes place half in the city of Elantris and half just outside. There was something that happened 10 years ago that changed all the Elantrians, who used to be like silver-skinned, glowing, god-like, immortal creatures, into like a shadow of their former selves, if you will. They're more like gray-skinned and splotchy, and they're like always hungry, and they don't heal. Like any pain you have stays. And so like when you become an Elantrian, when you catch the Shayod as however you pronounce it, as they call it in the book, when you like become that, you basically die to the people, and also just like you just die because you don't have a heartbeat. So that's exciting, and they throw you into Elantris, which they have now like cordoned off and everything. It's really weird. I have to say, I'm actually enjoying it more this time around than I did the previous time, which is surprising. I love Serene and Ash. You meet Serene, who was coming over to marry Raoden, who is the prince of this land, before, you know, he died. Well, died. He got hit with the Shayod stuff and is thrown into Elantris, and so you're following like those two storylines, like Raoden in Elantris, Serene in the courts, like right outside with all the political stuff, and then you're also, I haven't gotten to him yet, but there's like a fjorded prince Harassant that you're also following. And then, like, you see how they come together. So far, so good. Hopefully I can read more, though. Perfect timing, yawn. Thank you. I'm about almost 200 pages into Elantris now. This is the furthest I've ever made it in this book. I'm about to start chapter 14, like 180 pages in. I don't know, something about this book, like, it's interesting, but something about the writing is not Sanderson's usual something. There's something, I think the main thing of it is, like, with the politics, they're like, and when it's in Serene's point of view, she's just like almost explaining it overly much, which is like not like a terrible thing, but it's just kind of weird. Like, she's telling you like why people are doing what. I am still enjoying it though, which is surprising. I don't know why it's surprising, but I feel surprised by it. I'm also very tired though, so I don't really have any feelings besides that. So my goal, I think, is to read 150 pages a day, and obviously I did that today. And then I'll have finished it over this like long weekend vlog thing. We'll see if any other reading gets done, but you know, maybe. Because it would be cool if I could read like 200 pages every day. I guess that is it. I'm gonna go to bed now. See you tomorrow. Hello. It's almost 4 p.m. on Friday, and I read like 2 more chapters of Elantris so far, but we're about to get back into it and see what I can read. But I wanted to talk about it for a few minutes because I was very not awake last night when I filmed that clip. So yeah, I'm over 200 pages into it now. I'm 206 pages on chapter 16, and there's just like, I'm enjoying it more again, but there was definitely like a 75 page thing, I don't know, like probably like from like page 50 to page like 150, where I was just kind of like about it. But I am enjoying it much more now. I do like that the bits are kind of short, so like you do kind of sorry, like the bits are short, so you do kind of jump around more than normal to try and like, and that kind of helps like keep my brain focused. And also I just don't care about harassing. I just don't understand why we're getting his point. Like, I get why we're getting his point of view, but I just don't care about it. You know, I'm gonna put you down because my arm's gonna hurt in a second. Because like, and then at the very beginning when we first meet harassing, I was thinking like maybe he was like some kind of sociopath. Like, the way that he's describing doing things is very like, well, I guess we have to do this now, even though it might murder like thousands of people. And also I just don't, he's very logical, and I don't get why he is so taken by the religious stuff, because he doesn't have like that like religious like passion about it. He just kind of is like very logically like, okay, we do this and this and this, and it just seems weird. I don't really understand him at all, especially because recently we just got him like feeling guilty about using the Elantrians against, like, setting them up as like the bad guys for the other people, which is just kind of weird. Like, I really don't understand him. On the other hand, I love Serene and Raoden. Raoden was confusing me at first, but I think I understand. He has like, he's playing the long game. I will say that this is probably the part where this is gonna get a little bit spoilery. I don't think you'll be missing anything else besides Elantris talk, so if you haven't read Elantris and you want to, goodbye. If you have and you want to watch me stumble through trying to figure out what Sanderson is doing until I reach the end, stay tuned. I like that they like break into the palace just so that that woman can leave like a note with her daughter. Like, I'm on board with that. And that he's just trying to help people. Like, he doesn't want to like take over power. He just want people to know that he was the prince. I like Raoden. He's a good dude. He's also just always like reading in a corner, which is relatable. So far there's been a lot of like recruiting people and then sitting in a corner reading a book, which I enjoy. I will say I'm still not sure if like how the religious aspect is gonna come into play, like if we're gonna get the shard stuff, because obviously what happened, I say obviously, I don't know if you're a cosmere person, but if you are a cosmere person, with this book with Elantris 10 years ago, like everything changing and the magic suddenly not working and it suddenly like morphing into like a sickness. It's definitely like something with the shard happened, something with the like god of the world happened, and I don't know if we're gonna get like what that was, but I kind of hope we do, because I feel like there's no other explanation, because they talk about writing like the magic is like writing like hieroglyphs basically in the air, and they do and mean different things, and you can still currently, all of the Elantrians can still currently like write them out and they'll appear and they'll glow, but then they'll just like disappear. They won't actually do what they're meant to do. So I don't know if we're gonna get like, we're currently very involved in the court politics and then the politics of Elantris, but I don't know if we're actually gonna get like why the world went wonky, and also if that the religions on this planet are actually related to the actual shard. I think that made sense. Hopefully it made sense. If not, when I'm editing this, I'm so sorry, future self. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit down and try and read more. I think I'm gonna try and get to part 2 before taking a break, which is like 140 pages about. So that should be good. I don't think I can finish this tonight just because it's going so slow, but I do know that the end will go faster than anything because, you know, the last 100 pages will be the Sanderson avalanche. I'm gonna try and read a bunch more, and I'll come back with more thoughts. Okay, I just finished chapter 21. I'm on page 287, and the other priest just brought up Harathan's like lack of like actual like faith and belief in everything he's saying. Like, it's just all like he's going by like the logic stuff, but he doesn't seem to actually like believe in it, like in the god stuff. So apparently that is going to be important. We'll see what comes of it. Also, Serena's just great. I love her a lot. She's fun. So I just finished part 1. So I'm 340 pages in, and there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening, and I'm definitely enjoying it a lot more than I was at the beginning. It's definitely holding my attention and really interesting, and I don't know, it's just, it's a really good, I'm really enjoying it now. It was gonna be a 3 stars at first, but now I think I would be bumped up to a 4 stars. I am like, so yeah, there's just a lot happening. And I don't really know what to say about it. Like, I've been catching on things, but I don't quite know what they mean, and I don't know like how it's gonna all wrap up. I will say, watching Serene and Raoden like flirt with each other, I guess, has been fun. Realizing that he was the one that was guiding her through the city was pretty fucking funny to me, honestly. I was like, holy shit, dude, you got balls at least. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying the fact that they seem to have like an instant connection. Listen, I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. Yeah, and there's just there's so many smaller things that I'm interested in too, which is one of the things that Sanderson is just very good at. And he always is, so I should have known I would have gotten more drawn into it. But I don't really have any predictions for this book. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I know how it ends, because I know, like, actually I don't really know how it ends. I know some of the basics, because I know, because obviously I've been spoiled for it. I've been on the Coppermind and in the forums like so much after, especially after Oathbringer and right before Oathbringer, so it's definitely like not a huge shock, but I'm very unsure about like what is gonna happen. I'm really curious as to why Raoden is feeling the pain more. I think it's because he's practicing the things, what are they called? The like liffy things, the and I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, I think that's why he's feeling more pain, because I don't know why else. There doesn't seem to be anything else different about his situation besides the fact that he's practicing them so much. It's just very interesting. I'm interested. I'm officially no longer bored. I'm officially invested. So it's, what time is it? It's almost 6:30. I'm gonna go walk a dog, and then I might try and finish this book. I'm at least gonna read more. I have just over 200 pages left, and I think I can do that. Yeah, so I'll update you again about to start part 2. Well, walk dog, then part 2. And if nothing else, I will update you before I start part 3, which I think is like part 3 seems to be the, as coined, Sanderson avalanche section. Glad that they just marked that out for us. Yeah, so I am enjoying it more. I will say that though, when I put it down, I don't have like the automatic need to pick it back up. Like, I'm not super invested in it. I do want to know what's happening with the uncle. I want to know why Harathan just drank poison. Like, that seems really weird. He's just such a weird character that I don't understand his motivations for at all. Like, he doesn't, like, obviously he has like this big trauma in his past, but he also doesn't seem to have any faith left. So is he just doing it to try and like out intelligence himself? And like, I don't understand. But maybe we'll find out, or maybe he'll have just poisoned himself and he'll be dead and we'll never learn. But I feel like it's not that kind of poison. I was thinking it was gonna be like, focus on me. Hello. There I am. Anyway. I noticed I wasn't focused. So my first thought on the potion that he ordered was that it was going to turn someone into an Elantrian, at least for like a little while. Which I do still think is gonna be like the thing. Although I could be completely wrong, because Sanderson never does what I expect, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. Honestly, it would surprise me more if I got that right. I'm not very good at my Sanderson predictions. I never know where he's going with anything. But yeah. Serene and Spirit talking has been interesting, and I do like that she's like subtly just trying to like get on their nerves, like giving them like bright orange cloth and like a bunch of nails. Like, it's just like all right, chill, Serene, just chill. Okay, I have brought the dog out on a walk and eaten, and it is now 7:40 or something. So I'm gonna try and read more. I don't know if I can finish this tonight. I mean, I know I can, but I don't know if like I can. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna try and finish part 2, which is, hold on, I actually didn't look at this up. 493. So like 150 pages. I can do 150 pages. Anyway, let's see what these kids are up to with part 2. Also, I've been making notes. I don't know if I've shown you this, but there's like highlights and stuff. Not a ton. Okay, I'm on part 3 now. I just got to it. So I have this much left of this book. And I have to say, stuff is definitely happening. First of all, my favorite Duke was just killed, which is just upsetting. Or whatever. The noble. I don't remember all of their titles. I don't even know how to say his name. It's so... all of these names are so fucking ridiculous. Roial? Something like that. Anyway. And then Serene has figured out who Raoden is. And also, he's like half fixed the like magic-y stuff, which is weird. Like, I don't understand how he's like partially fixed it. Anyway, I have less than 100 pages left, so I guess I will be finishing this tonight after all. It is 9:30, so I definitely have time. And I really don't know where this is gonna go. Like, please focus on me. So I don't know where this is gonna go. Like, there's just like, there's so many places it could go. First, Serene has to like forgive Raoden for like not telling her that's who he was, which is like a lot. And there's only 100 pages left, so apparently she must forgive him real fast. But obviously that was what he was gonna tell her like that night when he wanted to talk privately with her. Also, I really like the I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but I really like Galladon and Raoden's like dynamic. They're a really fun dynamic. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I guess I'm just gonna finish this and see how it goes from there. I'm almost done with it, so I guess I'll just finish it. So obviously, in classic Brandon Sanderson Avalanche fashion, all the stuff is happening now. So like the merchant that was crowned king after the last king died, is already dead again, and now Raoden has been crowned because he revealed himself, and then like he got revealed at his coronation as actually being an Elantrian, but they just accepted him because, you know, it's been a weird few weeks, whatever. And also because Serene gave a very good speech. But now, they're being attacked by like the like priesty people that are like, we've been having hints about these priests, about what they do in the monks of Decor, whatever. And so we're finally gonna get to see exactly what that business is all about. Probably not great. I will say, the reason I really stopped is because I started laughing even after all of that, even after all the weird stuff. There's a lot happening. However, the other thing to talk about is that Hoyd is here. 5:10, we get Serene having a beggar carry something, deliver something, and it is Hoyd. So that's fun. I think, if memory serves, because I have looked at the Hoyd page so many times at this point, I think we also see him at the very end, so I'll keep an eye out for him. Hoyd doing stuff, always doing stuff. Like, dude, just take a break. There's a lot happening, and I'm not going to comment on any of it, just to say that apparently one of the like Fjordian whatever is like a gadget, and I just keep reading it as a gadget. Just like go gadget murder. So that's what my brain's doing. It's going great. Okay, I'm done. That was a lot. I'm gonna go think about it. I haven't read the deleted scene at the end yet because I want to actually talk about my feelings about the actual book first before I read more. I'm also at some point have to read the short stories connected to it, but for now, I finished Elantris. It is done. I am so glad. It was real good at the end, although I will say the ending wrapped up really like... It was a very Sanderson ending, but it was much more fast than a normal Sanderson ending I feel like would be like. I feel like the Sanderson ending was less than 100 pages, and normally his is like, for this size book, would be about 100 if not more. And then with the Stormlight ones, obviously since those books are longer, the like Avalanche is like 300 pages, and I think it's been mentioned that the Rhythm of War one will just be like the whole book, so that will be fun. But Elantris, I enjoyed it in the end. But I don't know, there was something still missing from me. I will say that I enjoyed that end bit about how like the door can be used in like different ways and stuff, which explains The Emperor's Soul, which is a novella that takes place on the same world but uses a slightly different magic system kind of thing. It's very interesting. The Emperor's Soul is very good. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go contemplate this, and I will update you. Probably in the morning. It's, I don't know what time it is. Where's my phone? It's 10:30 now, so I'm gonna get ready for bed and let my brain digest this, and then I will give you my full feelings tomorrow. I will say, no, one more thing. I don't like that thing where like the bad guy sacrifices himself, and then like all of a sudden they're like, oh man, this man, he was so great, he was so good, he was our savior. Like, no, no. Hrathen, first of all, already did a different massacre. So even though he didn't do this one, there was another one that he was already a part of, that he was like guilty for. So like I understand where like this helps, and I'm proud of him for finally realizing how bad everything was, and that maybe he should not do the things that he was doing. Like, good job, man, proud of you. However, like I just don't know. I don't get why he died when he did. I feel like he should have been fine if he could have. I don't know. Anyway. More tomorrow. Okay. Hi. So, it's the next day. And I just threw something on the ground. So it's the next day, and I just spent the morning editing this video because I honestly could not remember what I had said and what I hadn't said yet. So I edited the video also you might have noticed I moved around where the spoiler warning was, so there's that. Anyway, so I mentioned about the harassment thing, and I still, just kind of annoys me, like, like, yeah, he, like, saved them, but, like, not really, like, he just saved, like, one person, two people, like, anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. The other thing that I've been meaning to mention, that I haven't mentioned that yet, though, is that I liked the accidental chronic pain rep in this book, because, like, the Elantrians, after they get hurt, they don't heal because they always feel the pain and stuff, which, by the way, one of the things they got wrong, there is nothing wrong with the shard, it was all with the weird Aeon things. Anyway, so, like, the Elantrians have, like, the chronic, like, pain thing, which is like, hey, shout out to people with chronic pain, it's me. I have notes, by the way, that's why I keep looking down, because my memory is bad on the best of days, and it hasn't been a best of the days in a while, so. Oh yeah, I wrote down, because I was rewatching my videos and I couldn't remember what I had said, but about the shard nonsense. I was like, I thought it was shard nonsense, but it was chasm nonsense. Which is true, you know, because Sanderson just loves his chasm nonsense. There's so much chasm. So many chasms everywhere in this world. Chasms everywhere. Also, the one thing that I didn't actually end up talking about because I was so distracted by fucking everything else happening was that Serene kind of, like, barely reacted to Raoden, like, lying to her. Like, there wasn't, like, I mean, I guess it was, like, I don't know. Either way, we don't get any, like, explanation of, like, her being mad and then forgiving him. And I get that she, like, doesn't think, like, super highly of herself, but I feel like even then she wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, okay, I forgive you right away. I feel like there would have been, like, time in between. But, you know, there were, like, 50 pages of the book left, so I understand. I don't know what else in my notes to say about that. There isn't much there. I will say I did end up enjoying it, and I'm definitely going to give it 4 stars. I want to reread Emperor's Soul now to see, like, how that, the Dior, however you pronounce it, it's D-O-R, and it's just like all of my questions I know are probably already answered on the 17th shard, but it's dangerous to go onto the shard, because if you go onto the shard, you fall into a rabbit hole. And for the non-crazy cosmere people, the 17th shard is like the forums where all of the, like, just the forums where everything is. And there's a lot of questions and theories, and there's a lot of interviews that have been done, or questions asked of Brandon Sanderson, like, clarifying certain things. He raffos a lot of people, which means read and find out. But I feel like the main thing with the Elantrian magic, the reason that it wasn't working is because the landscape had changed, and the Aeons are after the map, like the physical landscape, and that's why it had changed. So when Raoden fixed one thing, there was still something else wrong, which was the chasm, as I mentioned. Chasm nonsense everywhere. And then that fixed it. But then they also talk about how, like, the further away from that place you get, the less effective the magic is, which is interesting. And then also, I assume the answer is yes, that Elantrians can use other magics. They could figure out how to use the magic that, what's her name? The woman in Emperor's Soul uses, or the magic, the really creepy magic that the monks use, which is another thing I don't think I talked about, how the monks are using, like, a kind of, like, magic to, like, morph themselves. It really reminded me of the Inquisitors in the way, like, from Mistborn. It reminded me of, like, the way they do how they make Inquisitors. It's always fun. I won't spoil that for you if you haven't read Mistborn yet, but it's great. Everything's fine. I did mean to make this into, like, a full long weekend vlog, but it's only been 2 days, and this video is already at, like, almost half an hour long, so we're just gonna leave it here. I cut out all the beginning of, like, talking about other books besides Elantris. This is an Elantris video, as you know. I don't know why I'm telling you that now. It's the end of the video. The end of the video as we know it. I think that's Oh, I didn't see the Hoyd sighting at the end, and I haven't gone to look to see if I was right or not, but I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to, he's like at the end for a split second, and I just did not look. I will say my favorite random side character is probably Lukel. I don't know why, but I just liked that kid. He was good. I also loved, like, I'm pretty, like, the way I would pronounce her name would just be straight up Casey. It was like Kaise, and like that's not how you spell Casey, but like that's how I would pronounce her name. But they pronounced it differently when I listened to the audiobook that time I tried. This time I read it through all the way physically just because that is so much faster for me. I read so much faster than audiobooks even when I put them up to 2x speed, but because I can't listen to audiobooks at 1x speed. Okay, so if you have read Elantris and want to talk about it in the comments down below, let me know. Let me know how excited you are for Rhythm of War like the rest of us, because you know, we were gonna do that reread, but now the chapters have started to be released, and I don't think I can reread and read the new chapters at the same time, and I'm not sure I can resist reading the chapters, so I think I'm just gonna try and reread Oathbringer, hopefully. But this was supposed to be part of, like, you know, getting ready for Rhythm of War, but anyway, I'm very excited about it. I won't be getting to spend like 3 weeks in Chicago like is my normal thing with Sanderson books, even though it's only happened once, which is where Bree and Justin are, by the way. I go stay with them and we read it all together like complete fucking nerds. Anyway, that's what we did for Oathbringer, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm sad that we can't do it this time. Yeah, so I guess that is all. Life before death, Radiance.